Brother David, I want to ask you, the Ten Commandments starts with, you shall have no other gods before me. The idea that, not that there are other gods, but we can make other things gods. And for myself, sometimes things are very seductive that aren't God. They're projections of my own needs or desires onto some reality that I fall in love with and that I want to surrender to. But there's another voice inside, the voice of integrity, the voice of fidelity, and says, Jonathan, don't go there.
Yeah.
And it can be within relationship, which is the most obvious example, but also in the path of truth. There are false gods, and I read your work and your seeing God in every flower and every mountain. I absolutely understand and resonate with, but I also know there are places where God is much more veiled, and there is a seduction, a spiritual seduction. And I think maybe we can understand fundamentalism in some ways as being spiritual seduction towards form that has no content. Yeah. And I don't want to sound like the most right-wing, hard-nosed person on this panel, but I really feel there is a danger of idolatry, and not every experience is appointed to truth, because many experiences are self-produced. They're not a beckoning.
I think you're putting your finger on something very important here.
Yeah.
And it probably has to do also with the command not to make images of God. And anything that we can image, the mental images are much more dangerous than the idols that are out there. The idols out there can easily be recognized as not being God, but the mental image, just the very word God, to realize that that too is not God, it's an image, it's a word that we use for God. That's why I always feel that the only appropriate name for God is surprise, because that leaves it completely open. That it doesn't fill in the blanks.